After completing the mission, I became the bright moon in her heart. The system, as agreed, cured my deadly illness and erased all traces of me, taking me abroad. I thought I would never meet again, but 6 years later, that system found me again, saying there is currently a wicked villain hard to deal with, needing me to appear. When I become wicked, harsh and greedy, peaceful, would she still love me? The plane slowly landed. The familiar bustling roads and high-rise buildings appeared before my eyes. I looked at the scenery outside the window, sighing deeply. If not for the system threatening erasure, I would absolutely never agree to return. After all, when we parted that year, we had argued terribly. She chased me to the airport, eyes red at the corners, amid the noisy crowd calling my name over and over, just to beg me not to leave. 49 desperate calls. But until my bag disappeared at the end of security check, she still received no response. Back then, she truly loved me deeply. Loved to the point that even when I told her myself that I approached her only for money, she did not mind at all. I then sold everything she gave me, even that ring, boarded a plane to a strange country. Before blocking contact with her, I left the final words, "Sorry, Miss Peaceful. Just playing around. Why take it so seriously?" In the airport, the petite girl bowed deeply, her whole body almost collapsing, hot tears falling one by one onto the floor. When she was isolated due to her identity as an illegitimate child of a powerful family, gossiped about by others, the only one who stood by her side now betrayed her too. In those stifling days, the only light suddenly extinguished. This blow was too much for her. That moment was recorded by a passerby and posted online. The news: youthful girl chases to airport begging for reunion, immediately exploded. Peaceful's identity was exposed that very day. She only needed to wear a watch on her wrist to be a rich girl worth tens of thousands. 6 years have passed. People still post comparison videos about Peaceful. The pitiful and haggard girl at the airport that year has grown into a powerful tycoon with a noble and sharp expression. Below the video is the caption: "The girl from the airport that year. Do you regret it? Do you regret it? Perhaps yes. If only the parting that year could have been more proper, the current mission would not be so difficult." Detected male lead Shen Yifei currently at KK Bar. Please host quickly go to the scene. Use the identity of Bright Moon to mock and belittle him. Shen Yifei in grade 12 was a rich young master pursuing Peaceful relentlessly. Back then, after knowing I was Peaceful's boyfriend, he deliberately provoked me in front, tore my exam paper, splashed cold water forcing me to break up with Peaceful. I curled my lips smiling at the system. Your choice of male lead is really bad. Host, you only need to complete the mission. The system's voice remained cold as usual. The bar at midnight was lively and noisy. I wore a black suit, following the music rhythm, swaying among the dancing girls. Though many years without meeting, the man far away still recognized me, his gaze fixed on my every movement. I curled my lips smiling, turning my face toward him. Very soon I was pulled by two men in black out of the dance floor. As expected, it's you. Didn't expect you to dare return. He shook his wine glass, looking at me with intimate eyes. Tone arrogant just like before. I rubbed my wrist, sitting down opposite him, using eyes full of smiling intent, watching how he fears me, the bright moon returning, snatching Peaceful away. Fear what? He seemed to hear a joke, bursting into laughter, lips curving up a bit. The one who should fear is you. That year, you not only deceived her money, but also her feelings. She searched for you for years without finding. Now it's good. You appear on your own. You should know Peaceful hates deception and betrayal the most. Guess a vengeful person like her, how she will torment you. His eyes looked at me full of schadenfreude. That also cannot change that I am her bright moon. My voice light as nothing. The smile on his lips clearly faded a bit. That is the past. He emphasized at least once mine. I clung to this point, not letting go. In the noisy background music, we stared at each other, the smile in my eyes growing deeper. Finally, he lost composure, leaning close to me. Gritting teeth, Ling Feng, do you have shame? You left for so many years. Now Peaceful is mine. The one she loves now is me. I warn you, don't be delusional. Saying that, he opened his phone, pointing strongly at an entertainment news, showing me the bold red headline. Top star Shen Yifei. Intimate actions with a powerful tycoon. Suspected relationship exposed. The photo was a blurry back view of a man and woman dining in a restaurant, walking side by side on the street, and getting into the car one after another. I zoomed in on the blurry face beside, no need to doubt. It was Peaceful. He curled his lips, showing a winning expression. I did not say it wasn't her. I lightly replied. He snorted, then opened the album to show me. The background like a family gathering. The man standing beside the woman, head slightly leaning on her broad shoulder, smile radiant like flowers. I glanced twice, pushed the phone back, leaning into the chair, fingers interlocked on my lap, fingers slowly rubbing. 6 years of time. She completely lost her girlish appearance. Black dress, cold and strong, eyes looking at the lens. I see to the extreme. In the past, she was also cool and silent, keeping distance from strangers. But when I touched the mole at the corner of her eyelashes would tremble, looking at me without blinking, indulging me. Actions never like now, carrying hidden pressure, emitting intense oppressive feeling. This is a somewhat unfamiliar Peaceful. As if guessing my thoughts, the system lightly spoke. No one stands still forever. Host, she cannot remember all the old feelings. The identity of Bright Moon now is just an excuse. You only need to use this excuse. Complete the mission. I touched my chin, then drank the wine dry. Smiling lightly, cannot remember all, but also cannot forget completely. When I stood up to leave, the person behind suddenly jumped up, shouting at me. She now only loves me. Say it again. Don't appear anymore. Be careful, she skins you. Really stubborn. I stopped, turning back, smiling. Then, it's unfortunate. I just signed a contract with Peaceful's company. Probably have to meet every day from now on. Ling Feng, are you doing this on purpose? He was furious to madness. Yes, on purpose. That year you relied on family money. The things you did to me I haven't forgotten. Guess. In the future, company resources will go to you or me. I still smiled. He was pale with anger, holding the wine glass about to splash at me. But in the next moment, footsteps suddenly halted. Suddenly, the music in the bar seemed to stop for a second. I seemed to sense something, following his gaze, turning to look. Amid the noise, a hazy yet familiar figure solidified in my pupils. The woman in black, buttons not yet fastened, hair on forehead slightly messed by wind, as if rushing from some meeting. Countless eyes poured on her, but she stood still, looking at me, amid the crowd and noise, like in a dream. Long time no see. I still spoke first, smiling and greeting her. Finally, we still dined together. During the meal, Shen Yifei kept serving food to Peaceful, every action showing how intimate their current relationship is, while Peaceful said almost nothing. Jaw tense, face expressionless, but eyes restrained yet burning, looking closely, still carrying caution. Must say, this creates a very contradictory feeling in her. When dessert was served, Shen Yifei, seeing 3 orange mouses, covered mouth, smiling. Oh my, why does Peaceful still order my favorite like this? I remember Ling Feng is allergic to mango, right? His triumphant eyes glanced at me, but words just out. The waiter already placed another dessert in front of me. Sir, your chocolate mousse. I looked up at the woman opposite yours, her voice very light, but eyes couldn't help falling on me, carrying discreet anticipation. This was my favorite flavor back then. I paused, smiling, politely saying thank you, Miss Peaceful. Next mission, sabotage the male lead relationship and steal the male lead's script. In the bathroom, I looked in the mirror, lightly saying just that simple. The system paused. Host, best you have clear self-awareness. Don't forget how you abandoned the female lead. I washed hands, smiling at the system. I think you should underestimate the power of the bright moon. The long cold eyes in the mirror suddenly faced me. Anything wrong? I shook hands, calmly turning around. She pursed lips, silently looking at me, eyes black as ink, throat slightly moving, as if wanting to say something, but finally not opening mouth. I leaned lazily calling her name, Peaceful's eyebrows slightly raised. Just like years ago, her hand by side suddenly clenched, fingertips trembling. I just stood there, smiling, looking at her, calm and leisurely. System C. The bright moon doesn't need to do anything. Just standing there is enough to make her pain like knife cuts unbearably tormented. The system silent for long before saying, "Host, setting this mission for you all isn't too cruel." I lightly lowered eyes. This interrupted story. They must want to write the worst ending. To let that girl witness with her own eyes everything once had, heading toward destructive tragedy. I don't remember how we kissed, only remember breaths intertwining, emotions in her eyes surging like big waves. Next moment I was pushed against the wall by her. The oppressive kiss, with vengeful intent falling hastily. When I almost couldn't breathe, she gradually slowed, becoming gentle, reverent, and cautious. Then she hugged me tightly, forehead leaning on my neck, breathing deeply, whole body exuding unspeakable hurt and fragility. My heart slightly moved, fingertips seeming to have poetic intent. I looked at her slightly messy hair, couldn't help reaching to smooth it. "I have a room on the top floor. Go up and sit a bit." Her voice low and hoarse. In the room, lights not on. My kiss fell on her neck, on the collarbone she somewhat couldn't bear. Sitting on sofa panting, I lightly bit her earlobe, leisurely teasing Peaceful, like it her expression clearly stunned. I am using her, using old feelings to manipulate her. Her expression cooled. Just before she was about to push me away, I kissed her lips again. I skillfully pried open her teeth, step by step advancing, conquering. Her hand about to push me, gradually lost strength. "What do you want?" Her voice slightly trembling, suppressing emotions. Her eye corners still red, hand restrained behind my back. On waist. I thought she would ask where I went these years. Why not return? Why deceive her? Or settle old scores, utter harsh words. But nothing. She chose to ask about the present. Ask my purpose in approaching her. I propped chin with one hand, fingers casually touching her lips, smiling radiantly, the male lead role in Shen Yifei's movie. "You know, I don't like him. Host, best not be so straightforward." The system seemed unbearable. Couldn't help reminding. No one would agree in this situation. So what I used, eyes full of smiling intent, looking at the woman before me. She pursed lips tightly facing me. I even felt her chest heaving, and breath gentle between breaths. 1 second to seconds. 3 seconds, okay. I asked. The defensive line in her heart easily broken. Her throat slightly moved, looking deeply at me, hoarsely uttering one word, "okay." The smile at my lips deeper, "Thank you, Miss Peaceful." I supported waist to stand, conveniently reminding. "System, I suggest you, in future when I do missions, don't speak, lest every time get slapped in the face." Suddenly my waist hugged by a pair of arms. Unexpectedly unprepared, she sat on my lap. Ling Feng, she buried head in my neck, breathing deeply. I stunned a bit, mind momentarily blank. Low voice from my neck sounded, carrying deep helplessness and indescribable longing. "Don't tease me anymore, okay? I can't bear this joke." When returning, Peaceful drove me. The car stopped smoothly before a hotel. When I unbuckled seatbelt to get off, she suddenly reached to pull me back. "You staying here, any problem?" She lowered car window, looking at the hotel. Neon sign missing a letter, and reception desk empty. No good. This hotel a few years ago investigated for issues. Pale yellow light on car ceiling scattered on her hair. She looked at me, lips slightly moving. "Stay at my house, okay?" I didn't answer, only followed her gaze out the window. Old wooden window swaying in wind. Surroundings deserted, no one, because just off plane. System made me go straight to bar. Time to tight. I could only find nearest hotel for luggage. Didn't expect afternoon hotel looked okay. By night added some gloom. No problem, actually I a bit uneasy. Afternoon I checked livable. At this time I decided, later must rush upstairs fastest. Then locked door, burrow into blanket. When I placed hand on car door handle, person beside suddenly spoke just now. Seemed I saw a woman in red dress, hair disheveled passing by. Seeing me stop action, she cruelly added, seemed she floating in midair. After short second hesitation, I decisively released door handle leaning back into seat. Yes, I a bit afraid of ghosts. 1 in the morning. Peaceful's villa still brightly lit. I was lamenting rich people really extravagant. Result just opened door. Saw a well-groomed lady, sitting on sofa, dressed elegantly noble. Makeup light. I found somewhat familiar. Why back so late now? Sharp voice just sounded. I remembered this is Peaceful's mother. Her gaze fell on Peaceful, then shifted to me, carrying clear contempt and arrogance. Peaceful expressionless stood blocking before me, blocking all those looks. Lady and slowly stirred coffee cup, frowning, using familiar lecturing tone. Peaceful, mother thought you grown up. Today's matter Yifei told mother all. Peaceful cut her off, eyes cold. I think I said long ago to mother that don't interfere in my affairs, especially romantic matters. I don't know these days mother what intentions. Cold voice without mercy. Lady N's face immediately changed. She strongly placed coffee cup on table, raising voice. Peaceful, what attitude is this? Raised you so many years. You dare speak to mother like this? Good thing from start not take you back. Let you like your mother. Starve to death on street. Sharp voice drilled into my ears. I uncomfortably lowered eyes. Yes, Peaceful is illegitimate daughter of her father. Family business large needs heir. If not legitimate children all died early. Lady and absolutely would not agree to take Peaceful back. She doesn't like this child. Illegitimate identity also spread by her. This made Peaceful's entire youth pass in isolation and gossip. Back then she silent few words. I say 10 sentences, she may not reply one. Seeing me every day beside Peaceful, many mocked me. Whether playing domineering CEO game, dreaming to use love melt Ice Mountain. But only I know, Peaceful not Ice Mountain. She would quietly listen to me. Every weekend bring chocolate mousse for me. Every group study in lab class. Quietly wait for me to hold her hand. And when hearing my health not good, she gave all money to me. I didn't accept, only smiling wiping tears. Hoarse voice telling her this congenital heart disease cannot cure. Don't know which day heart stop beating. I can only try grasp every time. Strenuously live upward. System gave me hope to survive. Afraid the vase shattering on floor. Lady and stood there, chest heaving violently, face pale from anger. Peaceful unchanged expression, only lightly saying mother. Have you forgotten? Now the one holding power in a family no longer my father. Smashing things like this, I will not tolerate. Peaceful impressive. Last time Peaceful lightly cut her off. In future mother still arbitrarily arrange me dinner with Shen Yifei. Hire reporters take photos. Then don't blame me not considering years of relation. Not only that, with Shen family I will also turn face. Those photos in Shen Yifei's hands. Everything has explanation. Do you know mother did this for your good? Also for this family. You understand nothing right. But I don't think. And family now needs marriage alliance to maintain. Seeing nominal daughter uncontrollable. She furious to madness. Immediately shifted attack target to me. Mother said what matter. Turns out because this poor kid returned. You worthy of him. Again these words. Years ago arguing with her I never lost. I opened mouth, about to fiercely start. But before speaking, heard Peaceful's stern shout. Enough. Lady N's tears suddenly poured. Lips trembling speechless. Peaceful's pupils pitch black. Hand by side slowly clenched staring at her. Word by word slow and clear. Mother I also said. Don't let me hear you insult him. She took from bag a card. Threw on table before Lady Anne. Coldly saying this month, perhaps mother should travel abroad. Go anywhere. Don't appear before me. After sending Lady Anne away, Peaceful led me to second floor. Master bedroom very spacious. Exquisite dressing table and spacious walk-in closet. On the soft bed, neatly arranged to pillows. I stood at door hesitating. You live here alone. I'm alone for long. Midnight she stood at door, lowering eyes looking at me. European style clock on wall, pointing exactly to in morning. Sleepiness came. I couldn't help yawning. Turning, mumbling, any guest room. Arrange a guest room for me. She grasped my wrist. I paused, turning, she seriously looking at me. Forehead hair falling. Voice very soft, sleep here. Okay, in facing breaths. The longing in her eyes gradually spread, overwhelming as if to drown me. My eyes flashed a bit. Shifted gaze. Tried pulling wrist out, but she grasped tighter. Stubborn black eyes. Looking at me without blinking. Cannot pull out. Peaceful, I called her. Words just out. The hand tightly holding me suddenly loosened. She shifted eyes. Long lashed, hiding my emotion, sorry. Low voice with slight tremble. Seeing her expression, my heart suddenly sank. Looking at her back, slowly turning away, I unexpectedly called peaceful. She stopped, turning. Under her gaze, I deeply inhaled. Instead saying fine. No need arrange. I sleep here, okay. Moonlight outside window unusually bright. I boredly flipping book on nightstand. Suddenly beside sank a bit. She sat up reading what? Her voice low. She leaned carrying moisture from bathroom. Fragrant shower gel scent. Your book, one about curing insomnia. Gift from others. I flipped few pages. Then placed back on nightstand. After turning off lights in quiet space. Only heard each other's breathing. Midnight I finally couldn't help asking peaceful. Do you often insomnia? Occasionally. Then when cannot sleep, what do you think? Think about sleeping, I laughed. Night wind blew open thin curtains. The one saying insomnia quickly fell asleep. While I rarely insomniac. Her arm hugged too tight. I difficultly pushed out. She rapped again. Fine, I deeply inhaled. Person behind hugged me, sleeping soundly. I lay on side gazing far for long. Dazed at boundary of day and night. Host in deep night all quiet. System's voice unexpectedly sounded. Don't immerse too much. I cut off. Do you think yourself perverted? People kissing you watch. People sleeping you also watch. Do you know a teen concept? System rarely silent. Shen Yifei's movie adapted from big IP. Male lead say change. Social media waves, what the hell? Who is Ling Feng? Never heard. Too fierce. Amateur actor stealing top star's script. Never seen before. Relying on rich backer, right? Otherwise how capable? Everyone knows. Shen family has money. His girlfriend even company boss. How can win? Upstairs already clarified. Miss Peaceful and he no relation. In just half day. Keyword Shen Yifei script stolen. Shot to top search. Half comments cursing me. Half pitying Shen Yifei. I boredly scrolled. Then put phone down. System next mission what? Use filming opportunity to slap Shen Yifei. Create controversy with him. And expose his school bullying from years ago to meteor. Making male lead fall into controversy. This movie's male lead changed to me. Well, Shen Yifei unwilling give up movie. Only give him second male role. Has best manager in industry. Assistant bodyguard makeup artist. Everything complete. Even I have private makeup room. This treatment only for big stars. I blowing aircon while reading script. This first scene is slapping scene. Reason second male stole female lead's bed. Male lead has people pull him to question. Result second male not only proudly boast. Even say sooner or later replace male lead. Male led angry. Continuously slap second male several hard ones. This role really suits Shen Yifei's personality. System slapping so much want bleed right. Male led halo not for display. Host you should worrying for yourself more. Originally Shen Yifei prepared stunt double. But during shoot, director said close-up face cannot use double. Seeing him kneel before me full of humiliation. I only wanted to laugh. When my first slap landed, Shen Yifei raged Ling Feng, what do you mean? Wasn't it said fake slap? I innocently blinked. Sorry, I don't know how to act. Also because wary of surrounding cameras, he dared not rage on spot. Director shouted redo once. Second slap with wind landed. His hairstyle slapped crooked. I thought still should slap real. Fake slap how get real effect. I pretended serious person before unbearable anymore. He grabbed my collar, pushed into wall. Eyes burning. Ling Feng, do you know who I am? Do you believe? I immediately have bodyguards handle you. Years ago in alley, how miserable you were. Shen Yifei, I lightly cut him off. Smiling, saying you really unchanged. Camera is unusually sensitive. Immediately pointed lens at us. Shen Yifei's industry image built. Always outstanding. Arrogant, calm. Rich young master, independent. Many fans call him handsome brother. Don't know when those fans know. The brother they admire day and night. Is school bullying mastermind. What they think? I ignored his fierce warning gaze. Let his bodyguards pull him away. Facing lens. I calm. Recounted everything he did years ago. Those bullied all week. Even just passing by him. Slow few seconds. Became bullying reason. Those incidents that year covered by school. Now surfaced. Social media exploded again. Shen Yifei's ad contracts all lost. Many entertainment shows cut his role. Now whole net opposing voices. Few victims bullied years ago. Posted long testimonies. Youth sufferings. Finally justice from time. Second male role recast. Filming process temporarily halted. Night back home. Peaceful said she would pick me up. Crew has car. Assistant can send me back. But she insisted. Had to let her come. 10 at night. Horizon dyed gentle pink. Luxury car faintly taillights. Slowly stopped before me. Why drive yourself? I opened car door, sat in. She wore black. Sleeves rolled up. Slender wrist wearing bracelet. Whole person meticulously groomed. Driver asked leave her face unchanged. She leaned. Took from drawer exquisite black box. Gave me top tied beautiful silk bow. What is this? Gift for you. I stunned. Opened box smiling saying not any holiday. Why gift me? Money much want spend some okay. I speechless. She pursed lips leaning looking at me. 1 second to seconds 3 seconds. Her fingertips gradually clenched. In facing her eyes gradually darkened. I don't know why. Suddenly felt reluctant. Finally still reached hand. Fine this time only. She placed gift in my palm. Along with a silver white key. What is this? Key to room at end of second floor. Just finished dinner. Peaceful received call from assistant. Saying company needs handling. Until late she not back. Under moonlight I stared at key on table. Stared long. Key inserted into lock. Sealed room at end of second floor opened. Light dust flew. Chandelier gorgeous shone. Dazzling my eyes. It was a huge European cabinet. Every compartment full of gifts. Valentines. Chinese Valentines. Birthday, Christmas. New Year's Eve. Every gift box. Hung beautiful gold label. With short messages. Ling Feng full moon on Chinese Valentine's very bright. Did you look up to admire? Ling Feng roses with her fast. So I made specimen of each petal. When you return can see snowfall. Ling Feng cold where you are. Ling Feng happy new year. Those exquisite gifts. Expensive. Carefully prepared quietly lying there. Waiting owner personally open. Through those gifts, I seem to see countless moments. Peaceful in white dress standing here. Letting light fragments fall on her. Alone looking at room full of gifts. In center of cabinet was the ring I once sold. Placed in transparent glass box. She bought back kept here. Day and night accompanying. Don't know why. My heart suddenly ached. Fingertips touching glass box slightly trembled. Plop teardrop fell on floor. Reached to touch. My face already ice cold. Heart full of unprecedented emotions. Surging fiercely. Pressing me to suffocation. That year I seemed to deeply love someone. System, is it me? Before finishing asking. System already answered that year. To let you start life anew. I erased part of your emotions. So in countless lonely long nights. Only she struggled in pain. Time and again remembering the distant person. Host this place not belong to you. You sooner or later must leave. I not answer. Only dazed looking at gifts. Tears competing to fall. Host system spoke again. I know I deeply inhaled. Trying to calm. Then retreated. Room full of gifts gradually hidden behind door crack. Locked again. 1 week later. Crew restarted. I know myself, just amateur. Give up male lead role. Take a small role to act peaceful. Her house in mid-mountain villa area. Really too far from studio. Late night finish filming. Assistant found me nearby hotel. 1 in morning. Room door knocked. Through peephole I saw familiar figure. Travel worn. Hair slightly messy. Face showing tension and panic. So late, anything wrong? I leaned, letting her in. When door closed, she bent, hugging me tightly, with force as if to merge me into her body. Ling Feng, I couldn't find you. Hoarse, trembling voice, slightly shaking. Wind outside window blew in. Moonlight fell onto embracing shadows. I lightly asked her, didn't I message not returning? I fear you deceive me. I paused, smiling, saying, now you see me. Aren't I standing here safe? You won't leave any more, right? She hugged tighter, voice very soft, as if afraid to break this dream. I still smiled, but couldn't utter any promise. Moon bright, night wind bit cold. I tilted head, drinking dry red wine. She grasped my wrist. Your body already healthy. I smiled at her, drank remaining half glass. Cured abroad, or how to say. I paused a bit. In dream I met a special doctor. I leaned on railing, looking at distant city brilliant lights, slowly saying, you can understand as world controller. He said can cure my heart disease, but has condition. What condition? Leave you far, you believe. I tilted head, looking at her. In deep eyes, clearly reflected my figure. I pursed lips tightly, suddenly smiled again. I joking, but she reached, touching my chest. Thump, 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 low and strong. In quiet late night, heart beating, that is fierce vitality. Long after she blinked, stinging eyes, stubborn and serious, saying to words I believe. But can we like before? More intimate. Don't reject me. Also don't avoid me, okay? She almost begging, looking at me. I forgot in that moment, my heart softened. Host, you sooner or later must leave, yes. Sooner or later must leave. Some things not do now, no chance. In her long wait and worrying, finally I smiled, lightly answering okay, bent, actively hugging her. Next day she drove me to studio. When I got off to go, turned, seeing her still waiting there. I looked at her, blinked, pursed lips, air kissed twice. Received? I asked her, as if unexpected I did so. She stunned a moment, but soon her lips curved, cooperated, reaching hand, catching in air, receive. System unbearable. Host, don't be childish. Mind my business, I hummed. Mood happy, stepping in. In hidden corner, someone secretly raised phone. Captured me and luxury car in frame. Social media quickly appeared video. Comments below uniformly cursing me. Clearly someone manipulating. As expected, kept by tycoon. I said so. How still my idols roll. Yes, no representative works. Heard now took bunch ads. Surely rely on sugar daddy, enter showbiz, make money. Ads matter, I forgot. Surely manager accepted for me. I entered industry less than half month. They arranged schedule for next half year. Manager surely pushed me to stardom. Hot keywords on social media quickly. Taken down. Surely company withdrew for me. But still Sharpied people discovered. Car in video. Very similar to a rich powerful girl's car. Even dug out. Shen Yifei. The woman and luxury car in previous video. To compare. And Shen Yifei timely posted. Stealing others' woman. Still have face. Moment waves. Netizens love gossip, immediately imagined big drama. Online discussions boiling. While I off work, blocked by reporters. Mr. Ling Feng. Can answer your relationship what? Mix almost shoved in my face. They excitedly looked at person beside me. Gossip fire burning. I actively held peaceful's hand. Smiled seriously, girlfriend. Person beside slightly swallowed. Then interlocked fingers in my hand gaps. 10 fingers tightly clasped. She leaned, facing Mike. Voiced my boyfriend. From beginning to end always Ling Feng. Ask some people not delusional. Social media comments split to extremes. Some dug up. The boy at airport that year. Is the bright moon of rich girl? Comments lively praise and criticism. Sighing turns out really someone deeply affectionate so. Well, Shen Yifei hurriedly deleted overnight post. System any next mission. Shinyaifai's star path almost destroyed. Her now extremely irritable. All day smashing things at home. Wicked villain mission basically completed. I lay on bed silent long, lightly asking system, I have to go. Yes, after you finish this movie. I turned over, buried face in pillow. You all really thoughtful from start to end. When peaceful climbed bed, actions very light. I slightly moved, reached pulling her into arms. She paused then lightly bowed head, buried face in my chest, lightly saying thought you asleep. Not yet. Waiting for you, I felt warmth from her chest. Considered voicing, peaceful I somewhat want leave showbiz. Entertainment circle to tiring, my body bit cannot bear. She almost without thinking, okay really. Unexpected she agreed so fast. Really I showed surprise on face. Then chirp chirp kissed messily on her face. Like a woodpecker. She amused by my reaction couldn't help laugh. Flipped lying on me. Between brows smile unconcealed. Any trouble? No, I looked at her brows and eyes. Fingers couldn't help tracing her face contours. How no trouble? So many signed scripts and ads. Just contract penalties not small sum. Peaceful you won't do anything special. She seriously thought. Many for example. She not answer. Only eyes looking at me gradually darkened. Throat slightly moved. Ears gradually red. I immediately understood. Face suddenly hot. Fine, then start from first thing. I lightly said looking at her. Room lights turned off. In darkness I found her lips. I searched online 100 small things couples should do. Then selected few feasible. We together watched movie. I amused by a funny scene in movie. Laughed until couldn't straighten back. She sighed looked at my face. Brows also lit with smile. Together watched fireworks. When fireworks brilliant exploded overhead, I bowed head, clasped hands, reverently wishing her health and peace. Together went amusement park. When Ferris wheel reached highest, far city lights brilliant, she actively tiptoed hugging my neck, kissed me deeply. We went flower viewing, sea viewing cloud viewing on mountaintop, and first ray of dawn, also dazzling sunset, even to our old high school. That classroom unchanged at all. I rubbed marks on desk, somewhat emotional, every desk position, exactly like that year. I had it sealed. She pulled chair sat down, looking at blackboard ahead. Whenever miss you, I come here sit a bit. I sat on chair beside her. Pensive, she suddenly tilted head, eyes burning looking at me. Slowly saying this is first time I tilt head and see you. In facing she curved lips smiling first. I also smiled following. I know she likes holding hands, likes hugging, likes kissing, likes me close to her. Filming process nearing end. In final time, things she likes I all tried to satisfy. Late night gazing at her side face dazed. Don't know if recently smiled too much. Now she sleeps. Lips seem still carry faint smile. I reached. Fingers just touched her cheek. System long silent suddenly spoke. Host remind again. Don't immerse too deep in this relationship. Fingers stopped in air long then withdrew. Lay back on pillow. Picked phone beside bed. Stopped long at flight booking page. Finally still paid. Day crew wrapped. I smiled raised glass with everyone. Drank very much wine. As if only drunk. I can think nothing. When peaceful came, I surprised hugged her. But she not smile like usual. Why not happy? Smile one for me to see. I happily pinched her cheek. Let her support me walking. She placed me in passenger seat. Hand propped above me. View suddenly darkened. She looked at me long in darkness. Throat stinging slightly moved. Why book flight ticket? I startled discovered. Borrowing drunkenness. I lightly lied. Want travel abroad a bit. Her eyes momentarily shattered. Carefully asking cannot not go. I bowed head avoiding her eyes. When she about to say more, I mumbled pushing her out. Softly collapsing into seat. Tilting head to other side. She stood outside car long before getting in. In car quiet and dark. She buried head in steering wheel. Breathing deeply. Long hair slightly messy layered. After a while she leaned. Ling Feng she lowered eyes. Used index finger slowly. Gently rubbing my lips. Hoarse voice. as if self-muttering you leave. What do I do? But answering her was endless silence in car and sigh. Gently she touched my heart position. They're beating rhythmically. Suddenly back of my hand touched by cold drop. Plop sound very light. Sadness spread on back of my hand. Final days. Peaceful clearly became quieter. She set aside much work to accompany me, cherishing every moment together. Day of leaving. She carefully asked, "Can I send you?" I lightly smiled, agreeing. Airport noisy and hurried like years ago. We both knew perhaps farewell forever. I pulled suitcase step by step walking. Distance gradually pulled. Many people passing between us. Airport broadcast echoing nonstop. Ling Feng, I paused steps. That year at airport, she also called my name like this. I counted full 49 times. This time I turned, saw her standing in place, amid crowd and noise looking at me. Lips curved, sorrowful smile to there. Must live happily. If one day you want return, don't forget find me. I will always wait for you. That room is my gift. Next time back must open. They waited too long. Mita, she smiled looking at me, eyes full of tears. Sincere and hot like years ago. Fingers gripping suitcase tightly. Big teardrop gathered at eye corner about to fall. I love you, her lips still curved, smiling at me. Eyes red, voice low and sincere. Forever my heart warmed. My tears suddenly poured. System countdown increasingly urgent. I heard her once more hot and sincere confession. Ling Feng, I love you. Forever love you. Tears on face wiped more fell. Until blurry, cannot see road ahead. In final 3 seconds of system countdown, I passed security. Plane took off from airport. This city gradually small. System procedure to stay there fast. Okay, specifically how long? Maybe few months. I looked at white clouds outside plane. Sniffed. Hoarse voice, okay. Thank you. Before leaving, I asked system, any way for me to stay here? It said must write application to superiors. Story between you and female lead clearly vivid and twists. So success chance quite high. System unexpected, you not useless. Nonsense system speechless. In repeating days, I still go work off work. Alone eat, alone watch movie. Sometimes on street, looking at my reflection in glass dazed. Occasionally late night insomnia. Cannot avoid remembering those deep eyes. Fragile carrying longing and reluctance. The suffering she endured from missing. I all step by step experienced. I learned from her. In every meaningful holiday, prepare gifts for her. Write full of longing in thick notebook. Want when meet again personally give her. For seasons change. Time passes. Good news from system. Came after 2 years system. Your work efficiency can be slower. System rarely not reply. I sincerely congratulate you. Host, I hummed. Couldn't help curving lips. In winter day snow covering sky, I stepped into nearby coffee shop. Phone number countless times. Reported user not exist. Finally connected. Hello. Familiar low voice sounded from receiver. I startled. Heard very light breathing on other side. And careful voice, Ling Feng is it you looking at passing people on street? I slowly curved lips peaceful. I coming back soon. Wait for me side story 6 years he left. Outwardly I calmly took over family responsibilities. Secretly searched for him countless times. But forever no news. Sometimes on foreign streets. Suddenly in moment brushing past someone. I shed tears. Clearly familiar feeling hit. But around no one him. As if we divided into 2 parallel worlds. And he only accidentally passed here. Very long, very long. He still no bit news. They all say, youth feelings fade with years. But for me no. Craving to meet him increasingly intense. They think I hate him. But how possible? In those dark lonely nights. It was him holding my hand. It was him standing by me when criticized. It was him bringing only light. For my gloomy stifling high school years. Though ending not perfect, but process extremely sincere. How can I hate him? I want to meet him. I really want to meet him. I truly want to meet him. Emotion surging exploded in reunion moment. Don't know if heaven heard my heart. In bar, he stood there, eyes sparkling, smiling, intent, looking at me. Like dream. But pain at fingertips reminded me not dream. That is him is. My Ling Feng. That moment I didn't want think anything. Didn't want mention that parting. The deceptions. The knife-like words. Also didn't want talk about 6 years, almost mad searching. I only wanted hug him. Only wanted feel his scent on body. Ling Feng, I love you. So when he mentioned dream doctor, I chose believe. I love you. So night he drunk, I chose let go. I love you even if he becomes wicked, harsh, greedy. I still love him. Fairy tales set standards for lovers. But for me, he needs no standard. Just him. Long youth and pressure he accompanied me through. I grew in pain and criticism. For me, good things in life not many. Remaining. Only evening breeze blowing from riverbank. His laughter at 18. And many years later his words peaceful. I coming back soon and story.